Hey guys, Danny here at Partay. So sorry for the delay, but I forgot yesterday was actually Christmas tree day. And my dog, sorry, my youngest is pushing up against me here. Anyway, yesterday was Christmas tree day. My oldest son's girlfriend has never had a real Christmas tree. So she was wanting to spend time with us this year to go out and pick out a tree and go take a look at it and get it back here and get it decorated. Now we got it back here, but didn't get it decorated. Ran out of time because we were so busy talking. Stopped to grab a bite to eat and all that kind of stuff. But a good fun day. But anyway, I want to go ahead and take the time now to address uh, the things that I mentioned on Friday. So there's been a number of people, quite a number of people, that have been reaching out, wanting to know when we were going to have the products for sale. So I'm going to specifically address you here in a few wait, but I'm just going to go through exactly what's been going on so that people have a full understanding. Whether you like it or don't like it, I can't really speak to, but this is just the truth as it is. So, and it all comes down to our ever present COVID situation. So there was a night whenever we were on vacation in August. My brother-in-law had actually went with us, and we were out crappie fishing late at night. Had LEDs thrown over the side, and it was probably somewhere between 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. We were kind of talking about plans on how we could get this together to bring it out of COVID and actually get started again. And we had plans, best laid plans. Unfortunately, our plan at that time was to try to hit around the 1st of October so that we could prepare for Halloween because we always notice that there's an uptick in orders around, as you get closer to Halloween. Unfortunately, because of events that have happened in my day job, as well as his day job, that has become next to impossible. And the reason for that is because with COVID, a lot of the things that I work on in machine learning, advanced analytics, have really pushed forward because there's a lot of need to try to understand customer behavior as it happens through this COVID event to keep businesses alive and viable. So that's been one big portion that we've had to deal with. As we move forward, that's just a continuing issue. And here's the reason why it comes down to economics, guys. Uh, the money that I would earn off of anything Partay in the short run, okay, and I say short run like for, say, the next year or so, would be so minimal compared to just the economics from my consulting. It just would be. As a matter of fact, Partay as a whole, even this year going into the Christmas season, which would usually be ramping up our installation side business, which is where Partay started, uh, we have zero jobs. There's a couple little onesie twosies, but they're more like a one man thing, and it's just kind of setting up some connections, doing some mixing training, things like that, but nothing that actually brings in any monumental income. So, right now economically, you just kind of got to stay where the bread and butter is. But we do have intentions of getting this out there. It's not like Partay is just going to go away or just going to fade away. It's not going to happen. So, Bird, sorry if you're planning on that. It's not going to happen. It's just, at this point, there's a part of me that just says we'll do what little we can do until spring because I've always wanted to get out of the house. I want to take this in public. I want people to see it in public in well lit areas and for them to be able to show their expressions, right? Their surprise, their infatuation for the public eye. So we'd video that. You would be able to see people that we don't know, just regular consumers, and seeing their reaction to the screens. And that's what we intend to do. It's coming. It's coming. It's just we got to roll out of this COVID thing because for me, understand the processing of this material is not like mixing paint. You just don't get a bucket and start mixing stuff together. The process is a little more challenging than that. And it's not the highest and best use of my time to be mixing this on a day-to-day basis. So I understand if people need to move on and do something else, then we understand that. That's just something we've had to bite off on. But the reality is I will not spend all day mixing this material. Okay, processing, really. It's not even mixing so much as it is processing this material, because I'm going to lose money majorly if I do that. So once again, guys, it just comes down to simple economics. I'm not sitting at home collecting a government check for something I probably shouldn't be while I mix paint and make videos all day long. So this is a real business, but it also, unfortunately, has had some hiccups in Upstart. And that's just part of the problem, is that there's not enough money here for me to be able to focus my attention completely to Part A. Just that simple. I just put it to you brutally because that's what it boils down to. All right. So in the interim, and we do have a plan. Jason was coming over here Friday. He actually ended up making it over here on Saturday evening, and we had some discussions. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to put together at the very least, 10 of each of the mixes, the Sirius B, the Sirius A, and the Vega, for sale prior to Christmas. Okay. I can't guarantee more than 10 of each. So that would be about 30, 48-ounce containers totally. But I think that we can get that processed. If we can get more, we'll get more. But I think we can get that processed before Christmas so that we can have orders maybe available a week and a half to 2 weeks before Christmas. And that way we can get the orders out, get them shipped, and make sure that they're there in time. Probably need to push back more towards that 2 week just to make sure that it can be delivered on time. But in any case, that's what we're going to do. And Wake, for you personally, as a matter of good faith, what I'm going to do, I've got these 2 panels here that I've used over and over and over again. This is Sirius B. This is the Lambertian panel. I'm going to cut both of these in half. I'm going to send you one of each. Okay. So if Wake, if you'll reach out and by email and give me your address, I will send you these 2 samples so that you can see for yourself, and that way you can determine whether or not you feel like it's worth waiting. I'll send the other 2 to someone else. So that's my show of good faith, just to show you that we're not trying to hustle anybody over here, that this is the real deal. So that way you'll at least be able to compare it. From my understanding, you already have birds, either the 12 or I don't know which one you have. I think you may have said the 12. But that way you can run a comparison. You can see for yourself, right? Because you've already opined on what you think of birds. And I agree. But I want you to see that we're not floating you a line of crap. So I'll cut both of these in half and I'll send you one of each. So you can see this is a free mix, Lambertian mix I just put out, and you can compare it against the 12. And then this is Sirius B. And look forward to you comparing it against the 12. But anyway, outside of that, I'm just going to make this statement. Mr. Bird, you've sat back, and we've had to listen to you ramble and ramble and ramble on about your your legal opportunities, stuttering through your explanation of copyrights, trademarks, and patents. Didn't even mention trademarks until after somebody brought it up. So, as if they're all one and the same, and they're very different things altogether. Altogether, very different things. So, your stuttering explanation just shows me exactly how little you know. Plus, added to the fact that every one of those things that you're accusing people of, you've done much more, many more times yourself. You remember walking in front of the camera and sticking that sample of the Dark Star 9 with its little trademark logo, bling, and then talking about it like it was a piece of crap. I do. I've got the videos of it. I also have the videos of you doing the same thing with Crow's Mix. I also have many other videos. right? Clips, pictures. I have videos of you faking the demonstration on the Dark Star 9. I've actually shared that with Elite Screens. So there's all kinds of information. I'm a collector. I've got a whole folder that's just dedicated to you and your fraud. So say whatever you want to say. Here's the deal, guys. About every 6 months, he pops up his head and he starts the same rant over and over and over, knowing he does not have a legal leg to stand on because he would be the first one that would be prosecuted. You're the only mixer out there that I'm aware of that has as many negative reviews on YouTube as you do. And it's because your stuff is garbage. And we've shown that and we'll continue to show that. So, good luck. And once again, if you're going to do something, do it. Show people that you're actually going to do something, because otherwise, guys, what he's going to do is in a week or two, he's going to come out and he's going to say that he's just going to take it easy on Crow. I'm not trying to, Crow, and just for your purpose, I'm not trying to push him to do something stupid, because he knows it would be stupid. You know that. I know that. Everybody out here knows that. He likes to just give little tidbits of information. That's like the Leximi screen that he keeps talking about. He seems to fail to mention that Crow actually came back and did either 1 or 2 videos afterward showing it the correct way. Now, whether or not the first one was right or wrong, look, dude, I'll let you guys decide that. But the truth is I did see him come back out and say, okay, so here's the right side. But you didn't mention that. You also mentioned this gentleman's YouTube channel, right, who called him out on that. And that's fine. That's dandy. But what you failed to mention is that you and that gentleman know each other and that there's a history there. And you're trying to make it sound like this is some guy you've never met. So people aren't stupid. They know these things. So you're just a dumbass. I don't know any other way to say it. I hate to use that word, guys, but he's just a jackass. Stupid, no skill, no talent whatsoever. And that's the reason he's been out here 11 years and he's still just mixing basement in his paint and then going outside, taking your money, what little bit he gets, because he can throw up 20 or 30 bottles of that stuff saying he's selling it. We all know that's not true, because if he was, he wouldn't be bothered making all these stupid videos. If you're selling, you don't have to do all that. So, sell it to the kiddies like candy, son. But us adults, we don't buy it. So you can do all of that you want to. You can try to make yourself look good. But at the end of the day, 11 years, now not 10, 11 years, and you're still no further along than you ever were. And you're never going to get there. You're never going to buy that machinery. You're never going to do anything but just sit out here and flap your toothless gums. So take that to the bank. You guys take care. Bye.